Welcome to Key 15, the Game Plan 2.0, 30 Keys to Unlock Success. We're actually halfway through. Today, Key 15 is about asking for help. It's about asking for help. Most people do not ask for help, right? Most people do not ask questions. Most people do not ask for direction. And when you don't ask, you don't get. Ask and you shall receive. That's what the Bible talks about. So key number 15 to unlock success in your life is you've got to learn how to ask questions, as to how to ask for help, as how to ask for direction. Because at the end of the day, if you're attempting to achieve success in an area that you've never achieved success in before, okay? If you're trying to go on a journey and you're trying to get to a place you've never been before, what you need is instructional direction. And if you don't have instructional direction is always in the hands of people who have actually been to where you're trying to get to. So let me say that again. The people who have the roadmap to where you're trying to get to are usually people who have gone there before. Okay? People who have achieved what it is you're trying to achieve, a form of it. They are the ones that know how to achieve it. People that have not achieved what you're trying to achieve, they do not have the how. What we need is how. What we need is if you can find someone to show you how to do something, listen, you're halfway there. So really, what everybody needs to be pursuing is how. How do I do this? Not just what. Everybody will tell you can be an entrepreneur. You can start your own business. That's what. But they don't show you how. Many people make promises. Do you know you can do this? You can do that. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do that. Okay? How do you pull it off? How is what we all need to be searching for. And I'm saying the how is always in the hands of people who have achieved it. They know how. There's a recipe, there's a formula for success. There's information that they have, right? There's experience that they have. There's knowledge that they have, that they've acquired. There's skills they have developed that's allowing them to perform in that area. And that is what everybody should be looking for. The wise one needs to be laser focused on getting how. And here's the thing. If you don't humble yourself to ask questions, you're not going to find the answer to the questions you have in your heart. Remember, we all came into this world with people helping us. Somebody changed your diaper, somebody fed you, somebody showed you how to ride your first bicycle, somebody told you and taught you how to read a book, somebody taught you how to cook your first pasta, somebody taught you how to drive a car, somebody also in a school system taught you biology, math, right? So why do you now think that at this stage of your life, you don't need anybody to teach you anything anymore? Why? Where did you get that from? Who told you that? This is where pride comes in. Who told you that where you need to go, the dreams and hopes and aspirations that you have for yourself, that you're never going to need anybody, that you're not going to need a coach, a guide, a mentor that can show you and help you get there. This is why most people they never get there, guys. They never get there. Most people don't get there. Most people do not achieve this level of success I've been talking about this past couple of weeks. Most people don't get there because humility is the only way to get there. You're going to humble yourself and be in pursuit of those who can show you how. And if you don't surrender yourself to that process, pride, stay with your pride. If you don't believe that other people know something you do not know that will actually help you on your journey, you will not pursue, you will not open yourself, you will not ask questions, you will not humble yourself to receive what those people carry. They carry answers. Okay? So one thing I also want to break down, because I also see that even those who are pursuing, there's some mistakes and some things they are doing. So I'm going to break down some of the differences between mentorship, sponsorship, paid coaches, on and on and on. I'll just dive a little bit into that, because oftentimes as well, you see people out there in the world feeling entitled, because there are two extremes: people who don't ask at all, and on the extreme are people who ask as if they are entitled to your knowledge, resources, and time. Two bad extremes. You don't ask any questions, right? You don't need anybody. You don't believe anybody can help you. That's one bad extreme. Okay. The other worst extreme is they're asking, they're in your DMs, and they feel entitled to your time. Two extremes. I don't want you there. Come back into the middle. The middle is always safe. Okay. So the middle is where I'm going to lean in now. Okay. So what mentors can help you, right? Mentors will help you. But I also see people mistake a mentor. A mentor is not going to build your business for you. It's not going to build your life for you. A mentor will offer you a higher level perspective, okay? A higher level of seeing something, of perceiving something, of shift. They're not there to do any work, okay? They're offering you leadership mindset of this is how they've led their life. This is how they make decisions, okay? And they can offer you that in the moment. And mentors typically don't have time to waste. So you may have 20 minutes a month, right? Touch and go. Your mentor are to be regarded. Mentors are not the people you say, can I talk to you now? Can I talk to you now? That's an abuse of a mentor-mentee relationship. Don't abuse a mentor-mentee relationship, because the mistake I've seen is that many people will say, oh, come and mentor me. What they're actually asking for is a teacher. They need a teacher. They need an instructor. They need a guide. They need a coach. Don't use your mentors. They're not there for the tactical skill development that you need. They might tell you, they might guide you to narrow down the skill you need, but their job is not to teach you that skill. A mentor is not there to teach you daily. They're not a teacher per se. They can mentor you mind. I think of it more in terms of leadership mind, how to think, they help elevate you, your way of thinking. Mentors bring you higher. Mentors bring you higher to a higher way of thinking. They can help you, right, with the mindset clogs. They can inspire you. They can motivate you. They can encourage you to higher, right? When you are discouraged, a mentor can encourage you, because they've done what it is you're trying to do, and they can blow wind in your sail. A mentor will believe in you. They will speak to your greatness. They will help you feel encouraged. They will fill you up with inspiration. Okay? So a mentor will elevate you to that level. Okay? But the abuse of a mentor is when you now want the mentor to be giving you time they don't have. And this is where I'll talk about coaches. A coach, on the other hand, would hold space for you to develop skill, capacity, knowledge. Because here's the key: the time is going to take you to develop skill. A mentor doesn't have that time to give to you. They can tell you, oh, have you read this book? Have you read that book? But a mentor will not ask, right? A mentor can guide you to a book, to a skill. They can provide that resource, high-level resource, but they will not have the time to hold your hand and hold you accountable to the details of the process you have to go to learn to develop skill. But a coach can do that for you. A coach can hold you accountable. A coach can show you blind spot. A coach can hold you accountable to doing the work that you need to do to develop the skills you need to achieve success. A coach is more hands-on. So if you think about in the world of sports as example, right? A coach will be there. They will wake up with you. When you wake up 5 a.m., a coach is there with you, right? In the world of sports, to watch your mistakes, to correct you, right? To give you advice. A coach is more hands-on. Because what does the coach want? The coach wants you to develop skill, and they want you to improve when it comes to your knowledge base. They want you to perform. A coach is about your performance. Okay? A coach will help you perform better so that you can get the results you want. A mentor will hold space for you so that your thinking capacity can be higher. They can inspire you. They can guide you. They can help shape and direct. It's like a GPS, but they are not in the car driving with you. A coach, so that's why I say, like, they might have 20 minutes for you every month, right? Again, it depends on how high your coach, how high your mentor is. Most of the mentors I use, they're like running multi-billion-dollar companies. That's why I'm giving you my perspective and my experience, that you can, even if you get 10 minutes of their time, be happy, be thankful. And that 10 minutes will be so much encouraging. They can use the 10 minutes to introduce you. So mentors can introduce you, but they will only introduce those who they believe will not abuse that introduction. So watch out for that. Because when they start introducing you is when a mentor becomes a sponsor. A sponsor starts using their reputation, their own reputation, to defend you, right? To elevate you, to position you. So a mentor can become a sponsor when they are using their own network to open doors of excellence, of exceptionalism for you. But what I found is not all mentors become sponsors, because many people abuse the mentor relationship and the door closes right there. So how you manage a mentor relationship will ever determine if a mentor becomes a sponsor, meaning they can now advocate for you. They can now fight for you. They can now open doors for you. They can now step out to push you and position you for more success. But when you abuse that relationship, they will tolerate you for as long as possible. That's when you see mentors, they stop it. After a couple of months, they don't answer you anymore. Why? They are done. They are done with you. They are done. You've abused it. You didn't value their time. You used their time up. You were just gisting. You were just doing anything anyhow. You abused it. So that's why they don't. Sponsors will fight for you. They will use their reputation, resources. They will give you access into their network. That's a sponsor. A sponsor they will not just believe in you, but they will believe in your competency. So a sponsor, a mentor will believe in you and will support you to higher ways of thinking. When they now believe in your competency, when they believe you can get the job done, that your own reputation is aligned, right? That's when they become a sponsor. That's when they can sponsor you. That's why when they can recommend you for an opportunity, because nobody will recommend you if you haven't demonstrated competency. So part of the mentorship responsibility or relationship also is make sure, as somebody is investing and mentoring you, that you too, you're showing up to give your updates, you're showing your successes, you're showing your wins, you're letting them know your capacity. When you don't demonstrate capacity in a mentor relationship, they can't help you, they can't sponsor you. So all of a sudden, you find people go into a mentor relationship with head down, help me, help me. That's go to a coach for that. I'm sharing with you what has worked and opened incredible doors. I'm teaching you something that if you grab this, it will change your life. If you go to your mentor and you start thinking your mentor is your coach and you are so vulnerable, you are so helpless, because of this is the damage people do to their own reputation. Because you haven't invested in yourself, you have access to a mentor that can become a sponsor. You are bringing your baggage, your woes, and all those things. If the mentor is only seeing your weak side and not seeing your strength, they can't recommend you for opportunities that require strong competence. They can't. So if you're always dragging yourself, oh, mentor, this, the mentor will pity you. And pity is not what you need from a mentor. That's why, behind the scene, before you go into a mentor relationship, get a coach to work out all your limited beliefs. Get a coach, a paid coach, to help you elevate yourself. Because when you elevate yourself, You go into a mentor relationship, they will see capacity in you. They will start recommending you. That's when they start using their office to put you here, put you there, put you here. I'm not going to give you examples for my own story, but trust me. Trust what I'm saying. This is how it works. I give people a roadmap for business growth and success. You want to achieve success? You want to build your business? Listen to me. There are other people that will tell you all kinds of stuff out there. Listen to them if you believe them. But if you want the fastest way to achieve success in business and life, listen to me. This is a strategy. Don't go to a mentor without you developing competency in an area. If you go into a mentor relationship with strong competency, the mentor will see your strengths and will recommend your strengths to other people in their network that needs competency. You will be recommended, you will be promoted. I'm talking about your promotion, whether in your workplace or in life. Your appointment is tied to this, promotion is tied to this, elevation is tied to this, next level access. Mentors can turn to sponsors. Sponsors are people who give you access you do not have. They give you access into their network. And those in their network will open new doors you cannot open by yourself. Again, key 15 is about asking for help. It's a key to unlock success. If you don't ask for help, or you ask for help in the wrong ways, nothing. Listen, if you're at this level, the people operating here at the next level, this level is the doors you can access. There are many more levels you don't have keys to. I'm saying the people at those levels that they go in and out of special doors, investor doors, government doors, that is their own domain. You need to understand that people are occupying next level positions, next level opportunities, next level resources. That is their domain. They are sitting in positions of power influence. That could help you, could elevate. When people talk about next level, sometimes you cannot move yourself to next level. Somebody has to pull you up into your next level. Okay? And those people, they are always looking for what? They're looking for leadership. They're looking for competency. They're looking for value delivery. They're looking for people who can serve. They're looking for people who can get work done. They are looking for value. Okay? Asking for help is what we are talking about. But I'm also explaining where help comes from. You know, Bible says, look up to the hills, but help comes from the Lord. Well, God uses people to help you. God uses people to guide you. God uses people to elevate you. God uses people to appoint you. Read the Bible very well. Read it again. Read it again. Okay, read it. You realize that people were put in positions to appoint, anoint, right? Elevate, encourage. People are always part of great destinies. So like I shared yesterday, key 14, if you don't humble yourself, nobody will help. Because these people up that I'm talking about, they are busy. The other extreme, remember I talked about extreme, two extremes. One extremes, they don't ask for help. They think they are done. They think they Please keep going. You will see that nothing comes because of that. Nothing. You get nothing. You don't get much. The other extreme worst scenario are people who feel entitled. Oh, how come you don't help me? How come nothing to that thing is, you are not getting anything there because you are not entitled to people's time, energy, resources. You are not entitled. If you've not invested in a bank and you walk into a bank and you say, bank, give me money. This is a bank. I'm told people come here to collect money, and you're telling the bank, give me money. They will call you a thief. They will call the police. They will send you out. Why? The people who come into the bank have invested something in the bank. That's why they can walk in and walk out with money. Right? So relationships, if you don't invest in relationships, if you don't grow in those relationships, if you don't value those relationships, right? You don't get to demand anything of those relationships. If you've not put money in a bank, you can't walk into a bank and say, give me money. You don't have any value in there. Relationships are banks. Okay. I want to keep this. Let me stay on topic. Asking for help. I've talked about mentors. Mentors can become sponsors when they see your strength and competency and they start using their position and power to open doors and give you access to their network, to their resources, to opportunities in their domain. They will lift you up. You can be struggling and trying to get up. There are places that you can only be invited into. There are places that you cannot walk into. You have to be invited into. The people who have that invitation, I'm saying they're the people that can help you achieve success. They can help you unlock success. Okay. So I've talked about mentorship. I've talked about sponsorship. I've talked about coach. Now, coach is you investing in yourself. Is what you have to do in yourself. Like earlier this week, I talked about invest right in your own natural talent, because your next level may be tied to your talent, not your degrees. That's in my academy. You can watch the entire replay there. Okay. What I'm diving into now is that before you start saying other people should invest in you, before you start asking a mentor or a sponsor, give me your 30 minutes, give me your this, give me your that, I am asking you, what have you invested in your own self? Right? It's like you didn't go to school. You didn't, like when you go to school, BSc, masters, the work you do in that dimension is you investing in yourself. Okay. And those degrees open a certain key. If you have accounting degree, it opens accounting door. You have legal degree, you open legal doors. You have a medical degree, you become a doctor. Degrees are tied to specific doors of opportunities, specific doors of success. My point is, when you want more than your degree can get for you, when you want more success in life than BSc can get for you, than MSc can get for you, the principles I've been teaching is about that. And part of the principle is, what have you invested in yourself to acquire more knowledge in a specific area so that you can develop skill? Because competency is what you bring to the table. Any relationship, your competency, who you are, who you've become, is your offer into that relationship. Your offer into a relationship, who you are. And when you go in unprepared into specific doors, when you go in unprepared, meaning you've not invested in yourself, you've not developed your mindset, you've not acquired more skills, you've not read the type of Wall Street journals, you're not talking a certain way, you're not thinking a certain way, and then all of a sudden you encounter an investor and you cannot have the conversation with an investor. You've not prepared for your encounter with an investor, or you encounter an ambassador and you are not a type of person that can hold a conversation with an ambassador. Guess what? That relationship, that opportunity that presented itself for you to engage at that level, you lose it. Why did you lose it? You. Right? So you can't go to an ambassador and ask for help, because when you open your mouth, what you're saying is not coherent. It doesn't add up. And these are super smart people. These are incredibly smart people, guys. They read number. I'm saying the preparation before the access will determine if the access will yield outcomes for you. The access is not what builds you. You build yourself, and then access will open. You have the key. Opportunities. Most people are not ready for the opportunities they are praying for, because they have refused to level up their own game. And they keep thinking it's somebody else's rest. It's not anybody. Listen, this is what you give to yourself. So before you ask for help, the person you're asking for help is also going to assess your current state. What's your current state? What do you know? How do you think? What conversations can you hold? You go into your CEO Will you get his attention? This is why I talk about luxury. You invest all your money in luxury handbags and shoes. You don't invest in mind. How you think, how you talk, your skills. You don't level up your game. You spend all your money in consumables. You don't spend any money in reading a book, in sharpening your skills, because that is what, when you enter into the room, that is what commands attention. So when you have a mentor, a sponsor, who you show up to be is what creates access to opportunities. That's when they talk to you, they're like, wow, you're so good. Have you met this person? Have you met that person? Excuse me. Have you met this? Have you met this? Have you met that person? You should talk to this person. Why? They are seeing gold value in you. They're not looking at your shoe. They're not looking at your shoes. These people can buy the factory. They own the factory that manufactured the shoe you're wearing. So they are not moved by your red soled shoe. They own the factory that produced all these things people consume in the world. So is it your shoe and your handbag? They are not looking at that. They are looking at your mind. They are assessing you by who you are, not your clothes. It's good to dress. Listen, don't quote me, right? Dress well, smell well. That is a basic. I'm saying when you now start thinking that material things are the most important part of your life. Talking about what I've been talking about today is key 15. We are halfway into the 30 keys to unlock success, the game plan, 12 strategies, right? 12 strategies for winning is the game plan 1. 30 keys to unlock success is game plan 2. All of the replays, all of the workbooks, all of the access and assignments, they are included in my academy, toyinumesiri.academy. Okay, all of the resources, entrepreneurship roadmap, workbooks, everything is there. Okay, so thank you for joining. Part of why this is so important, this series, this 30-day series is so important, is that we all want success. You want success. You have hope, dreams, aspiration of who you want to be. You're here, you want to get there. And what I've been teaching, right, is the mindset that will move you closer to everything you want. How you need to think and the things you need, the keys you need, because success is like a combination lock. You need to bring all those things together. Key number 1 was legacy, right? We've talked about those things. So today, what I'm diving into is asking for help, right? And I'm also sharing the different types of help, right? I'll give you one more, one more type of help. Another type of help would be through your service. I'm going to share with you now. That those who end up becoming your mayors, your governors, your presidents, even President Obama, they volunteer. You will find out that somewhere in their foundation, they volunteered on campaign trails of others in their party. They volunteer a lot because the act of volunteering exposes them. They give their time in exchange for developing relationships and acquiring knowledge. Because if you throw yourself now into a campaign office and you volunteer your time, you're going to meet people, new people in that dimension. Okay? You're going to see how a campaign office runs. So when it is time for you to run your own campaign, you already know. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't know what you need, you don't know. And those doors, some of it, you try opening it, it closes. Volunteering is another way of asking for help. You help and you will be helped. You help others achieve their goal, and you don't know you are also being helped because you are imbibing, you're gaining experience, you're building relationships. You now know more people and more people know you, particularly in a concentrate. So when it is time to run your own campaign, you will know what to do, you know how to structure it. I'm giving you tips that will help you. You need help. You want to learn how to build a campaign, or you want to learn how to build a business. You want to learn. Another way is not just to go in and asking for one hour here. No, you need more than an hour. You need training. And part of the process of training yourself is head down, put yourself to work in the space you need to learn. Put yourself to work. Invest time, energy to serve other people. Do you understand? That's the way you help yourself. That is a way you help yourself. You will put your time, energy in the local office of your senator. You will volunteer because they can't pay you. You will intern. You will carry the coffee. You will do something that gets you closer to the people you want to see in action. That's how you help yourself. And if you don't want to do that work, don't worry. Keep dreaming. Stay in your house. Sit down, scroll on social media. You'll be seeing them on the news. These same people. Instead of people seeing you on the news, you will be watching other people's news. Instead of other people scrolling and seeing you in action, you have to invest this in yourself. You are sitting still, watching other people. Be part of the action. Be part of the action. Volunteer. Like when I host events, students come in, I put them to work. But you now see that they gain experience. They have access to our premium keynote speakers, ambassadors. Their life is set if they know how to use those relationships anyway. Okay? Ask for help, but there are different ways of asking for help. On one extreme, people don't ask for help. They think they can do it all by themselves. They are not going far. They can't go far. On another extreme, people think they are entitled to all the help. The middle is where it is safe. Okay? Mentors, I've talked about mentors, sponsors. I've talked about coach. Coach is you investing in yourself to prepare so that when you have opportunities, you have competency to deliver results. At those highest level, if you show up into those rooms and you are missing competency, there's nothing they can do for you. Oh, help me. No, the only help they can offer is based on what you can do. The only help high-level thinkers and influencers and powerful people can offer you that is not charity. They can help you by connecting you, by exposing you, by giving you their network. And they would only give you their network and their resources if you are the type of person that they can invest in. That's where gaining competency and developing yourself is the way you can remain relevant in those spaces. So I'll wrap it up. I've shared a lot. Part of the keys to unlock success is to make sure that you're asking questions, that you're asking for help, because the journey from where you are to where you want to be, okay, you need information, you need direction, you need access, you need resources. Most of those things are in other people's hands. If you already had it in your hands, then there's no need to watch this. You should already be doing everything, right? But I'm telling you, what you need is in other people's hands. And if you don't ask, nobody volunteers all of these things, right? Mentors will help you elevate your mind. They have the potential to become a sponsor. Sponsor will use their name and reputation to give you access, to recommend you, to appoint you. They will fight for you. They will defend you. But you have to be the person that is defendable. You have to enter those relationships with competency. Coaches are your own investment in yourself because you want to become better, because you want to develop skill. It is your own investment in yourself. LeBron James, if he doesn't invest in himself, nobody will trade him. Nobody will want him. Nobody wants people that don't invest in themselves. When you read the news, they're like, this person wants you. Nobody will negotiate for you to be on their team if you are not a team player. If you don't have anything to offer the game. The way you have something to offer the game is what I'm saying. You coach yourself, you practice your skill, you discipline yourself so that your value, so that you can be more valuable to the traders. So that they can then pay you millions. So that they can then pull you in their team. So that they can then appoint you. A coach is what you do for yourself to prepare so that your relevancy, right? So that your competency, so that your value, right, can be easily seen by the next level people that will pull you up. I'm wrapping that up. Thank you so much.